Y'all, today we're headed all the way to Jamaica with oxtail and crab Rasta pasta. First things first, let's clean this oxtail so we can get it as clean as possible with vinegar and water. You want to repeat this process about 3 times. Discard all of that water and then do it again. Then you want to go in with a lemon cleanse. You want to wash each and every piece with lemon, making sure that you don't get any seeds inside of the oxtail itself. Yes, all of this is necessary, and yes, all of this is clean. This is what color the oxtail should look now. The more clean they become, the less red they are. Then you want to do a salt cleanse and scrub your oxtail. I get asked a lot why I clean my meat so much, and it's just because there could be anything hiding in those bones. You don't want to cook any of that, so go ahead and wash your hands. Get ready to cut up your veggies so that we can start preparing our pot. So for this, we're using scallion, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, onion, garlic, and half of a tomato that I had left in the fridge. If you don't want to put a tomato in there, that's completely optional. You can leave that out. But with the bell peppers, I go ahead and slice those and discard all of the seeds and slice them thinly because we're going to be using these for the Rasta pasta and for the oxtail. So we're only going to be placing half of this into the pot with the oxtail because we're going to be using the rest of it for the Rasta pasta. I used about 6 cloves of garlic. You can use about 4. That's fine. I just like garlic. Then I use some fresh thyme. About 4 sprigs of that is fine. Be sure to clean and drain those before placing them in your pot. Let's go ahead and season everything up. So we're going to be using onion powder, all-purpose seasoning, mild jerk seasoning, and then garlic powder, smoked paprika, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. If you can't find pimento seeds in your area, pimento seeds are hard to find, so you can substitute that for allspice. Black pepper, and then we're going to go in with some browning seasoning. A little bit goes a very long way. Now, Scotch bonnet pepper is also hard to find in the U.S., so if you can't find any, you have some jerk seasoning that has Scotch bonnet in there, you can go ahead and use just a spoonful of that, but be careful because this is spicy. Now you want to go ahead and combine everything together. Be sure to mix extremely well. You could also marinate this, so you could do this the day before or maybe 2 days before and leave this in the fridge for about 2 days and let it soak before you actually cook it. So either way is fine. Let's wash our hands and get moving on the pot because y'all, these take so long to make, but they are incredibly worth it, okay? So we're gonna go in with some olive oil, just a little bit to coat the pan. While that's heating, go ahead and separate your oxtail from the veggies. You don't want to put the veggies in there just yet. So you do want to go ahead and place the oxtail in there and allow them to brown on both sides. This is going to really help with the flavor later once we start to cook them in. It's going to lock in the moisture and help them be more tender as well. You want to stir periodically so that they don't end up sticking to the bottom of the pan. Then you want to go ahead and boil some water because we're going to cover these with boiling water. We're using boiling water to maintain the temperature that we're already cooking the meat at, but also this is going to help with tenderizing the meat. The key to good oxtail is tender oxtail. So we're only using half of the veggies. We're going to put the rest of the veggies in there at the end. Now that the water's boiling, let's go ahead and pour most of that in there. Be sure to cover the oxtail. You don't want to see any of the oxtail, but you also don't want too much water because you want this to be able to thicken up. So once you cover the oxtail, go ahead and give it a stir. Make sure everything is blended and coated very well. Place the lid on, but don't cover it all the way. You want this to simmer and thicken up as it cooks. Then we're going to go ahead and assemble our Rasta pasta. So while the penne pasta is boiling, I'm going ahead and dropping some of those veggies into olive oil and crushed red pepper. I added some half and half cream here. And then just go ahead and season it like you seasoned the oxtail so that the flavors are consistent. The only other seasoning that I added that was a little bit different here was the Creole seasoning towards the end, and then I put in a 5-cheese Italian blend to mix in with this. The sauce for the Rasta pasta should be nice and creamy. So oops. Y'all, I could have edited that out, but I want you all to remember that this is normal. Things happen, and just have fun with cooking. I added in just a little bit more cream here to loosen it up, and then drop in a spoonful of cream cheese. Again, we want this very creamy, and put in a little bit of that jerk seasoning. Again, be very careful because even the mild is very spicy. And then I go ahead and just season this and make sure everything tastes the way I want it to taste. Once the pasta is fully cooked and tender, I go ahead and place it into the pan with the sauce, and I fold it in there to make sure everything is well coated and even. So the oxtail are still cooking and we have a little bit of time to spare. Let's go ahead and clean up our sink in the areas where we prepared the meat. We want to make sure we don't have any cross-contamination or just leave anything behind. Cleanliness is so important in the kitchen. It's one of the biggest parts of cooking. So once everything is nice and clean, let's go back over and check on our oxtail. If you're able to pick it up this way, that means it's not tender enough and it's not done. But it is time to go ahead and put in the rest of the vegetables because we are coming towards the end of the cooking process for this. Be sure to get all of the veggies, all of the seasoning and everything out of that pan that we were mixing in initially. You can go ahead and give this a taste, and if you need to add anything, now would be a time to go ahead and add any other seasonings. I usually go in for a second round of everything. You do want to add some ketchup and a splash of brown sugar to make the gravy thicken up a little bit more once we place the lid back on. Now these are the butter beans. You want to go ahead and pour all of that liquid off, rinse them off, and place them into the pan. What you did not see was me adding some soy sauce, and then I dropped in a little bit of butter and gave it a stir. At this point, you should be cooking the oxtails about another 30 to 40 minutes or until they are tender and falling off the bones. At this point, you should see that the sauce is thickening up. It's not as loose as it was before, and the veggies are tender, but they also still are firm enough to eat. We don't want our veggies to be mushy. Now, while this is finishing up cooking, we're going to add the crab meat, the lump crab meat, to our Rasta pasta. We're not going to add all of it, only about half of the container. Combine everything well and then go in with any last minute seasonings or any other flavors that you want to add to the pasta. The pasta should be on a very low temp because you don't want to overcook it and it's already tender, but you do want it to be warm when your oxtails get done so that when you plate it, the pasta isn't cold. Let's go ahead and plate this. Y'all, do you see those oxtails back there? Oh my God. So go ahead and put about 2 or 3 oxtail on there. Don't be greedy. Grab some of that gravy and toss it on the pasta. This is what it should look like. Let's head over to the dinner table and give this a quick taste. One last look for presentation. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Now, your oxtail should be tender enough for you to grab a piece of pasta and go. Now, tell me this is not the most tender, most flavorful oxtail recipe you've ever had. Would y'all try this in the comments? Let me know.